It's really nonsense. But other than that, I like that everyone had a chance to speak, which is nice. And I will hand over to Estelle in terms of the language and everything. But thank you guys for your presentation.
I do presentation to my club as a lot. And there's one thing I always say now, I know this is just an exercise, right? But there's one thing I say is when you look at the word presentation, how you present yourself. So when I look at this group in front of me, the lady in a school uniform is presenting well. The people with the caps on their heads, sorry, not presenting well. Because you make a first impression. And first impression is very important. And my colleague spoke about it. The way you walk in. They were, and this goes for any other group that is going to come up, right? So first of all, I have to say this, I have to demonstrate. Right? So you're coming in, and I was no. You're already saying, I'm not confident, I don't know what I'm doing. You have to come in. I know what I'm doing. I have something to say. And you walk in fully confident. That's the first thing. So you dress properly, and you either have a team spirit, it can be the uniform, or it can be that you say we're all going to have white t-shirts on with the jeans and white pants. But you immediately tell them we're a team. So that's the first thing that I feel is lacking here. Okay? Secondly, the lady who introduces, you mustn't rush. You were rushing. I couldn't hear you every word. You have to take your time and use pauses to communicate. I'm using it extra to help you to understand what I'm trying to say. Pause. Engage your audience. That's very important. Okay? So practice in the mirror, practice with your group to speak slower than what you want to. And please don't rush your communication. Then, if I can give you good advice, and that goes to everybody here, if I can give you good advice, forget about yourself. This is about the message. Stop being self-conscious. Stop thinking, oh, just now I forget my words. Oh, just now this. Oh, I'm so shy now. Oh, I didn't. No, that is exactly what's going to make you fail. You have to come up here. I've got a very important message that I want the rest of the world to know. And if I don't concentrate on that message, I'm going to fail. Right? This is for every group that comes. I don't have to explain it again. Then your voice. The lady with the jacket on, the black jacket on. You look as if you were doing a funeral. What is your problem? Why are you not excited about what you are saying? You were standing like this. And you were telling me something and I was trying to listen. Okay, and that goes for you also, the audience. You have to respect the speaker. Right? So I know people say things and then you want to laugh. I've got this all the time with my book club. I have to tell them all the time. And they're sitting there You are not engaging with them on any level. They're not human beings. You have to. That's what you do, isn't it? When I speak to you, we look at each other. It's the same principle. I have to look at you to acknowledge you're a human being. And then when I've acknowledged that I'm a human being, you're a human being, we engage on an emotional level, on a knowledge level, on an empathy level. Okay? Right, this is the first time I'm here, so I think it's important that we all get what we want to work towards in the 2 weeks next week also for the competition. There are a few other things that I've noted. I have to tell you that there's a disconnect for me, and I have no idea what this is all about. I'm just here for the language and the presentation. So there's a disconnect for me. I don't understand what your name, quantum gears. Where does it come? Why is that the name? I have to say that I'm a little bit like, okay. And Madan also mentioned the candle caves. Are they not allowed to use any, the projector? Are they allowed? Okay, so I've seen absolutely nothing from you. Not even a little card. So I would suggest that you bring in, if you're not going to have a presentation, the computer with the overhead, with the whatever, the projector, if you're not going to have that, I would suggest you bring in the tools that you're talking about to give me a picture in my head, that you have a word, like one word, excavation, or what is the word?